You're listening to Pirkei Avot with Rabbi David Katz.
Rabbi Katz.
Jason Specht, how are you?
I'm great.
All right. That's good to hear. I want to let you know I did my homework. I went to the graveside of Hillel the Elder.
Nice.
Pictures are posted on the Facebook account. You walk down by Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai in the back of the building, about 100 meters, and you can't go in. There's like this little cave with a metal grate keeping you out, but a little hole so you can see in. And then apparently the graves are like right there on the left. And then there's another doorway inside with like a huge room. So apparently underneath the grave of Rabbi Shimon, there's a huge cave and, labyrinth of things. You can tell because it's a big high building and there's something under. There's obviously a lot under there. So there's probably much more than meets the eye to Mount Meron, much like the cave of the forefathers in Hebron.
Yeah.
Sfat's got a whole labyrinth under here. Jerusalem has another city under there. We probably have no idea what Israel even is compared to what's underneath.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It's sad because it's like an Indiana Jones treasure trove. Yeah, it's depressing because maybe about 10 years ago, the main street in Sfat collapsed. Right in the middle of the street. It was shut down for months. And you saw underneath, it dropped down about 50 feet. It was a hole it was a hole 50 feet down, about 20 feet across, and about 15 feet across the other way width. And you could see the archways and houses. There was a whole
Seriously?
city. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. My yeshiva went down at least 6 flights. We had only dug out our cave, and then downstairs in the cave there was like this mikveh room, and then beneath that there was like 6 levels.
That's incredible. So even the mountain of Sfat is a tell.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah. You have no idea what Israel is. None of us do. And like we were saying, why can't we just find that one gold coin? I really, like you said, I live at probably the most ancient spot on the planet. The Cave of Shem and Aver is right there. And like you said, I should just give Reuven a metal detector and have him play out there digging in the yard every day.
Yeah, definitely.
I heard a rumor that, you know how my house is with the lawn out in the front of the house? Yeah. They said that underneath that, where they filled it in, that was the cave of Abraham, next to the cave of Shem.
What?
Yeah, you can see where they filled it in. There's like a brick wall, a stone wall.
What do you mean the cave of Abraham?
Abraham, when he studied up here, he had his own cave, and Shem had his cave.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my word.
That's what the legend says of this guy who was the guardian of the caves. Who knows, man? We have no idea what's going on here.
Wait, there is a legend that Abraham was hid in a cave for 8 years.
Right. But all this
from
stuff,
Nimrod.
It's all there, buried underneath centuries of things.
Wow.
Anyway, so I prepared yesterday, at least in passing the grave of Hillel. So let's see if the effect wore off any.
Cool.
We're on chapter 1. We included chapter 1, Mishnah 12 yesterday, and I stand by that decision. We're probably going to add to it, obviously, but we covered it with Shema Naftalion pretty well. So remember the system. We want to build off of Shema Naftalion and include the Aaron Hillel thing in there. And let's see what we can find with Hillel. Chapter 1, Mishnah 13. Hu haya omer, negid shema avad shmei. Udala mosif yasef, udala yalif katala chayiv. Ude ishtamesh betaga chalaf. And I have to do tshuva here. I have to start speaking more in my microphone because every recording I have to turn the volume up in the edit. So let me just snuggle up with my microphone a little better.
It sounds fine to me.
To you it does. With the recording, it captures me further away.
We didn't completely cover 12 last time. We kind of touched on it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I don't know. You want to go deeper into it?
Well, I mean, our last post was Mishnah 11.
I know. We really kind of saw what 12 was talking about through 10, 11.
Students of Aaron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can definitely.
No, I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. I think if we have to pick a theme to all of maybe even Torah, it's Mishnah 12. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would like to open it up as we go, because
In fact,
yeah. I mean, we touched.
We're going to refer back to 12 from 13.
Yeah,
Just like
100%.
Yeah.
So here we go. Now there's some words in 13. 1 second. I want to see. Maybe we should do 12. 1 second. Rodef Shalom Ohev. Yeah, no, I like how we tied in the words with Shema and Naphtali. I'll tell you why, because it's such a big statement. You can talk anything about 12 and it'll work, right? So I want to keep our framework because we have it in a framework, okay?
Yeah.
And like we said, 13 will open it up anyways. But I mean, you can live your entire life off of 12, and you're never gonna be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it's basically Hillel on what foot.
yeah, right. So I think we should stick with the framework because then it'll just let's put an asterisk by 12, right? It's the framework, and anything else you say is probably true. Meaning, and how do you interpret 12? Because everything you read into it, it's just gonna go. It's the students of Aaron. I mean, give me a break. So here we go.
Yeah.
13. So he would say. Now, I had a hard time with this at the grave of Hillel. Because Negid, what is Negid? Now, I was thinking Neged, like against. But I think this is like the
But it says Negad.
Right, I think it's like the leadership, Nagid. Right? It's like to seek out, like to go out, to do. Right? Negid Shema. To, go after the name, you'll avad shmei. Your reputation will be lost. Your name will be lost. So if I'm only in this for my name, by that definition, my name will be lost. Udala Mosif Yasef. So now, what is this word Yasef? Right? He who does not increase. Udala Mosif. Who does not increase, decreases it. What does that mean, Yasef? I thought that was the language of increase. So what does it mean, Udala Mosif Yasef? Ah! No, I'm right. Look at this. See, the English did a really poor job here. What it is it's ... If you're only in it for your name, you will lose your name.
Oh.
Udala Mosif Yasef? You know what I'm saying? I think it's like if you're not increasing, then it's like the inference. You're decreasing. I think it's an inference. Let me look it up. Maybe Yasaf means to go down. But you never know. Let me look. It's certainly not common to say it like that. Let me see.
And the other word, Negad, I remember from the Parshan, the tribe of God, the son of Jacob, God, comes from the word like luck, doesn't it? Or what would it be?
Mazel, yeah.
So
look
if
here.
the mazel of your name.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's build the translation first.
Okay.
If you're chasing after your name, you lose your name. Udala. 1 second. I want to see how he gets this. Udala Mosif Yasef. Chase a name, lose a name. I think it's just an inference, right? I think it's based on that which you seek after, you lose. Udala most, and the same thing. If you're not adding, the inference is you're losing, right? And, like, the vav is and, like, Invedela Mosif Yasef. Right? If you're not increasing, or if you're not increasing quantity. Because Yasaf is to add, increase, augment, do again, repeat, continue. Ah, Jason Specht. Look, how bad are people missing this? Look at this. The word for Mosif, we know is to add. Why does it say Yasef? Right? That's to repeat and continue. So read it like this. If you're chasing a name, you lose a name. Udala Mosif. If you're not increasing, Yasef. It's a repeat of Nagid Shema Avad Shmei. See what I'm saying? It's like a double entendre.
Oh.
When he says Yasef, it's either surely you will increase, and if not, you're surely going to decrease, or repeat what we just said. If you chase that, it's like a repeat. It's very creative language. That's and so here's the drasha.
If you're chasing only after acquisition, then
no,
that's all you acquire.
Well, it's saying if you're not increasing, then you're decreasing. You see what I'm saying? If you're not gaining a real name, then you're losing your name. If you're not increasing, repeat what we just said, right?
Yep.
So I'm chasing after to increase. You will lose everything. And that is Mishlei 101. Solomon says that over and over. Right? If you're only trying to gain, you will lose it all in the end. So look at that word Yasef. What a beautiful word. So now we can see that's what Joseph means.
Repeat.
Repeat. Increase, repeat. And basically, Joseph's name means wisdom.
Yes, of course his mother would name him Repeat rather than Add. She wanted another son.
Yeah. Right. Now, that's right. Joseph's name literally means wisdom. It's a word that is a wisdom word. It's a function. It's not a literal word.
I see, yeah.
Yeah, Joseph is not a word. It's a function. It's a dynamic name, not a static name. The word Yasef here is dynamic. Is that incredible?
Yes.
Yeah. That is really cool.
So Mashiach ben Yosef is the dynamic.
Wow, Mashiach ben Yosef. The Messiah who is the dynamic.
Of Ben David. Pretext.
Yeah. Right. That's wild, man.
Yeah, because let's say that's what had Jacob been with Rachel, she has Yosef. She says repeat, and you get David next.
That's right. So I'll tell you what Mashiach ben David is. David is the one that you don't have to tell the second time to do it. He's disciplined. David is the discipline of the wisdom. Joseph, Messiah, son of Joseph, brings down the wisdom.
David, look at this. David doesn't lose his reputation.
Right.
Joseph does.
Right. Yeah. That's wild stuff. Which is also interesting. There's a lot of things here. I mean, look, the name for his name is the letters Moshe, Shin Mem He.
Yeah.
Hashem. There's just a lot here. There's a lot here. Again, David is the one. The Ramchal has a statement. Mashiach ben Yosef does the will of Mashiach ben David. Mashiach ben David does the statement of Mashiach ben Yosef. Now we know what that is. Right? You tell David what to do, he does it. When God tells David to do it, it's done. He does it. And that's what David does in Tehillim all the time. Joseph, he doesn't do it because you tell him. He has to learn it out each time. The consciousness of Mashiach ben Yosef is each time he has to learn the wisdom. Right? Every time he's got to find again. David, when he gets the wisdom, he incorporates it, it's done. We're doing it. Right? You tell me I got to go here? Okay, it's the ultimate bina. His mind is a computer. It's just You plug if you tell me the truth, I do the truth. That's wild.
One more thing I just recognized.
Yeah.
In the idea that Yosef means Yosef,
Yeah.
repeat, and
Yeah.
it's Ben David is next. So that is why Shaul came from Benjamin.
Why?
The first king of Israel.
Yeah.
The Ben David. I mean,
Wait a minute.
because Yosef is the first son of Rachel, she prophesied a second son. Repeat, give me a Ben David. But she got a Benjamin. But he still was king, the first king.
Right. Right.
David took his kingship from Benjamin.
You're saying it's a function. When she said repeat,
yes.
And God says, okay, we have Yosef, and then we have Benjamin.
Right.
And then you have David. But you can't skip the repeat.
Right.
That's good. Udala Yalif Katla Chayev. He who refuses to teach deserves death. So, Udala Yalif, and he who does not teach, Katla Chayev, he is obligated to die. Uda Ishtamesh Bataga Chalaf. And if you serve or service, Bataga, the Ishtamesh Bataga, you Chalaf, you're exchanged. So Ishtamesh, like marital relations is called Mishtamish Mita, working the bed. So it's like if you work the crown. It's like, if I hang out outside of a I don't know, a Goodwill store, right? You say, "Hey, Dave, what are you doing?" "Hey, quiet, man, I'm working. You know what I mean? I got like a pushka, you know what I mean? Like, "Hey, are we going out for chicken wings?" And be like, shut up, I'm working. Right? So don't do that with Torah. Right? That's what you don't do. It's like you got a group of students. "Hey, come on, hey, I'm working. That's not Beseder.
The words, a person who does not learn deserves death. I don't know Hebrew very well, but I don't see death in there, and I don't see this sentence in there. Are these just like alternate words?
True. Okay, as long as you don't Yalif. Let's look up Yalif. Let's not assume we know anything. Wait, drop the dictionary. Okay. Let's assume we don't know anything. Rule number 1 in learning. What is Yalif? I am a bit tired today. Today is the first day of summer camp for the kids, so it's
nice.
we're in transition mode. Different energy, and anyone that has kids knows they will take your energy. Let's look up Yalaf. Find a better root. Wait a minute, maybe it's just Aramaic. What's going on here? What is going on? It's probably not the Jala plant, is it? Guessing not. Guessing not.
That's what it looks like. That's what I see when I see this.
Hey, is that the Jala plant?
When you take a Jala plant, you'll have a small...
Yeah, I heard about that. Let's see here. I always like the joke in yeshiva is like, don't ever joke around with an old guy, because they don't, they're not too sharp sometimes. So it's like if you're going to tell him, he's like, it's the Aleph. He's like, isn't it kind of like the Jalab plant? And they'll look at you and say, you know what? You're right. And then it's just like, okay, I'm sorry about that. Keep going. I shouldn't have done that. Keep going. Yalif, it's an Aramaic, at least in my dictionary. To get accustomed to learn. Accustomed, to be used to teach, to learn from you. Okay? It comes from actually, there's a lot of things here, it's nice. Proverbs 30:3, Jeremiah 12:16. You know what? I want to see it inside. I don't trust this. When I say trust it, I mean I do trust it, but I want to see how the scripture uses it in context.
Right, because it must be special.
Yes,
use.
that's right. So, and I don't want to go to Solomon because I already know he's going to just be like, yeah, wisdom's everything. Go ahead. So I want to see Jeremiah. Can you please get your Tanakh open and go to Jeremiah 12:16. 12:16. I gotta get my Aramaic out.
It's a big book.
I can feel a good nap coming today. What did I say? 12 what?
16.
12:16. V'haya im lamod yelamdu et darkei ami lehishavea b'shmi chai Adonai ka'asher limdu et ami lehishavea. Sorry, my monotone drone. I'm falling off.
It's not here. I don't see the word.
I know it's in the Aramaic. Babal v'nivnu
Oh.
b'toch ami. Translate that in English, please.
It shall be, if they learn well the ways of my people, to swear in my name, as Hashem lives, just as they taught my people to swear by the Baal, then they shall be restored along with my people. Wow, that's an incredible verse right there, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I chose it. So, like I said, Solomon's just be like, hey, get rid of the dumb guy. Be smart. Let's go. Next.
Right.
we know that. It doesn't. That's not what we want here.
It's totally Ger here.
Yeah, I know it. So, Vayehi im meyalef yalfun. So Yalef is the Aramaic for lomed. So lamod yalamdu.
Teach
and learn. It's a way you use it. Me'orchot kanishta da'ami, from the ways of the gathering of my people. Lekaima bishmi, they maintain and establish in my name. Kayim, it is going to endure. Kayim hu Adonai, kama da alifu yat ami, as that they learn my people to establish with mishum tavosa, I think without any mistake, and maintain the womb of my people. We can obviously go on that on a tangent. Let's not. It's just gonna open up a whole new rabbit trail. It's worthy of it, but not now. Let me just.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, let me just peek if there's a gear in here. I'm just curious. The commentaries, there kind of is B'nai Ammon, and Ammon is what you call the Gerim. Okay, so mark that in your checklist, everybody. All right, we got a gear verse over here in Jeremiah 12:16. Any listeners want to update this and research it? Upload it, please, to the Gear Colel on the Facebook. All right.
Awesome.
That's that. So, if you're not teaching and learning, katala chayev. Katala is kill him, right? It's put to death. And chayev means obligated. So if you are not learning and teaching, you are going to be put to death as an obligation.
Okay.
Yeah.
These gentlemen are teaching the next pair.
Oh, even before you go there, I mean, that's true, but let me put it in simple terms, right? If you're not learning, we know that God's name is Elohim, right, for din. And we know that he really does rule the world. And only because he's merciful are you not killed every day. So the more you learn Torah, and particularly in teaching Torah, you will be saved from death. Because if you're ignorant, you will basically step on God's toes all day long, and then you're going to get arrogant because he didn't kill you. And this is where Solomon comes in. He only didn't kill you because he's nice. In very simple terms. You deserve to be pulverized. And you'll say, why? I'm a good person. No, you're not. In your fake, fictitious bubble of non-reality that you live in, you're probably greater than Moshe by 10 times better. But in reality terms, you're rude, ignorant, crass, and obnoxious. You know, when you go to the grocery store and some little old lady who's going to have a heart attack tomorrow, you're like, hey, get out of the way. You cut it in front of me, lady. I'm late for my meeting. You're so rude. You always do this. And then she's like dying. And because she's like, you're so rude to old people. She's like, shut up, lady. Right? So now, tomorrow she has a heart attack and died. And actually you killed her. You're the one that sent her over the edge. But you'll never know that. And God's like, I can't believe this guy. Look at what he did again. He killed another old woman. Right? And you'll never know about it. And the media, which is also fake, is to say, Madel Johnson died today of a heart attack. It was her 5th heart attack. What could we do? She was simply old at 85. It was her time. No one ever said that her mazel was rude, obnoxious, crass guys are always yelling at her because she has a hearing problem. She's a bit deluded and senile and she doesn't know she's cutting, but you had to get your place in line. Way to go, Bob. You know? So the more
it's also just that if you're not learning and teaching, then you are dead. You are as dead as the fake media.
Yeah,
your life is dead.
That's it.
You
You're
live
dead.
like a chicken in a coop.
That's it. You're dead, and you are increasing death in the world. You are a death machine. My job now is to avoid you like the plague, or basically wake you up. I mean, so if you're learning, we talked about this in our Mishlei class last night. If you're learning and teaching, you are awake. You are not dead. Right? This is why you have to be learning. That is what wakes up your mind and your conscience and you call it your super ego in psychological terms. And you're going to avoid death in your life. Instead of being rude, you're not going to cut in this and thing and you're not going to road rage and aggression and revenge and how dare you. You'll say please, thank you, and come again. You know? So that's what that one is. Ude ishtamish betaga cholaf. Let's pretend we don't know anything. And what is cholaf? I think it means to exchange. It also means a suit. So like a khalifa. Let's see how they translate it. Maybe there's a chiddush here. You never know. You never know, Jason Stack. With you, anything's possible.
I'll never know.
Cholaf. Hey, look at this. Wow. Chalifot's an amoeba. Does that fit here? No, it doesn't. Okay. I thought it did.
That's what I learned when I studied.
Oh, the ishtamish betaga. I want to look up taga also. But hold on. So for the word for chalaf is pass away. Oh, it's right. It doesn't mean exchange, right? It said fade away. Good. I forgot about that. Yeah. To pass away, vanish, pass through, glide along, move past, come anew, to shoot forth. But why am I thinking it means, chulaf is replaced, substituted, or changed? Wow, so that's really interesting. I always thought the more direct definition was to change. Oh, it's chelef. Chelef is exchange, in return. Okay, got it. Yeah, this is one of those words that has like the vowels make it a million different things. Echlif begdav, to exchange clothes, change one's clothes. So it really...
Chalaf, with
it
the
means
patak.
I never know the vowel names. It's the sigil, 3 dots. But it means to exchange, okay? And I know that. But for some reason, the more... That's really weird. Why has it become change?
I don't think it's changed. It looks like it's disappeared.
I know, but it means... Once you change the vowels, it means to be changed. Chalaf. That's very strange.
It means changed.
Yeah, it really
so
changes.
So a person who makes use of the crown, like you said...
Oh, wait. Got it. No, one of the definitions is to change. Okay, it has multiple meanings. It means to pass away, but also to change. And it's interesting because Hillel is going to use a word instead of lech b'chutz, right? Go outside, or something easier. He chose chalaf, meaning the changing of the guard, kind of, and you're just going to fade away. So that's that. Let me look up now. I want to know what Taga.
It's weird. Why is he using Aramaic words right here mixed with the Hebrew and using them?
Right, because Aramaic is a really poetic, beautiful language.
And
That's
Mosif Yasef, he's like Shakespeare, huh?
100%. That's why when I learn and I teach, I'm going to the Aramaic first, because it's not there to confuse you. Like, oh, well, what does the Aramaic say? You know, when Jesus was around, he spoke. It's like the Messianists got it wrong. It's not what Aramaic is. And you know what I'm saying? To go and see what Jesus said it just makes no sense. You know, it's like saying when you find a dead guy of like 3,000 years and you look at the food and his teeth, you say, "Hey, I wonder what he had for dinner." That's not really what you want to know. You know what I mean? It's like more of a scientific investigation. Not like, was he hungry before he died? Poor guy. I feel bad for that guy. You know, it's Aramaic is it's the translation of the Torah, but don't think translation. Think brilliance. Right? That's why the Zohar is in Aramaic, which Zohar means brilliance. Right? So imagine it's if you have an overhead projector in a classroom, you say, why do you need the overhead projector? Why can't you just look at the guy's little cell phone? You say, because no one will see it. We want to project it on the wall so everyone sees it.
It's also a spooky aspect of Hebrew is they use the letters from Aramaic.
Well, that's why Aramaic lets you use those letters in a new creative way. And it's not vulgar. It's not meant to be vulgar. That's the difference. The Hebrew tongue contains 70 faces in every direction, right?
Dude, that makes so much sense. Of course you would use Aramaic with Hebrew.
Exactly.
Because that's Jew and Ger.
100%.
And that's divine.
That's it. You can't, Solomon says, don't write too much. It's weary of the flesh, or leery of the flesh, or whatever it is, right? So, if I want to convey multiple meanings without having to write 5,000 sentences, just say it in Aramaic. Because Aramaic lends itself to it doesn't lose meaning, it's not vulgar, and it lends itself to multiple definitions at each time.
And maybe when Hashem divided the languages, Abraham still spoke Hebrew, but the letters went to Aramaic. They went into the Ger exile.
100%.
And then it was brought back during Daniel's day.
Well, this is the thing, because the Aramaic, the Ashurit letters were put together for the Aramaic language.
Hence telling us that without a Jewish, non-Jewish cooperation, there is no Torah.
Yeah, I think that's a good shot on why the Hebrew ancient, what do you call it, paleo, whatever, why did it have to go from the original script? You can even say it's a holier script, a chicken scratch, that it looks like. Mm-hmm. Why do we go to a more beautiful but more mundane Ashurit script? And the answer,
for our audience, the audience is the Gerim.
That's it. It's the Makabel Gerim, and to be able to converse in the Torah outside the realm of holiness. But we don't want to lose the meaning. So it's a quasi-state of not mundane and not holy. It's a semi-holy tongue and letter. So this is why the Ashurit letters themselves don't have innate holiness like the Ivrit letters. I mean, you don't meditate on this script like you do the Ivrit. And the answer is, it's not meant to be sanctified like that. It's that they are put together, okay, to string words that eventually allows there to be an Aramaic to fully grasp the Zohar thinking of Torah. Because that's the point. You can put the Ashurit, what you're looking at today, you're looking at Ashurit. You can put those letters together, and that's where the creative force comes from. Go ahead.
That's probably where the legend comes from, that Abraham was the one that wrote Sefer Yetzirah, right? Because he's explaining Ashurit script in the Hebrew language.
Right.
In other words, how you combine them.
Exactly.
That is more holy.
Sefer Yetzirah is the formation of Aramaic.
Yes. Amazing.
He's telling you how Aramaic came into being. Nobody denies the creative life force of Ivrit. But that's a language that's like from God. It's tradition. But here it's how do you bring a language into being for the sake of conveying words of Torah? How do you elevate the mundane into the holy?
Right. Combination.
That's wild.
Formation.
And so here, Bezalel knew the wisdom of how to join the letters.
Oh yeah. Oh, and that's why so the letters on the breastplate were asherate. Are we to believe that? Are we to believe that they were?
It's a good question.
Coptic or whatever it is.
Whatever it
Paleo?
is, not sure. But all I know is Bezalel knew, as we've defined Sefer Yetzirah here, that's what Bezalel knew how to do. Meaning he knew how to, I'll say it in one word, he knew how to articulate. And by definition, that's not an Ivrit ancient Hebrew thing. It's this Aramaic thing of joining the letters with the Ashurit script Hebrew. Right? He would know that if you want to say that if you exploit the crown of Torah, you die, he understood, why don't you say chalaf? You see what I'm saying? He knew how to make a vessel. What was his job? Making vessels.
Oh, yeah.
He knew
it's the same thing as what we do now with Hebrew and English. English is now...
Right, when we go back in unvulgar words, it's making vessels. The entire repair of the universe in Kabbalah, according to the Arizal, which is called Mayan Nukvin, the female waters, is to elevate the sheker, the false, empty world, into something real by making vessels for things. When I tell you, Jason, oh, that thing that you love to do, taking a walk and whistling to a song, you thought it was blah 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 because you're in a fake world. You don't even know what you're doing. But if I can define it and say, oh, you mean you're letting off some steam and taking a walk and enjoying life, you'd say, wow, I never really thought about it. I just walk once a night. So, saying we don't define our reality. The making of vessels is where you define your reality. And you think that sounds simple, but it's not. We don't know what we're doing. You're bringing consciousness, and that's from the vessels.
And people are taught that they're passing the time.
Exactly. Now you're making the most of your time. Yeah. One, you stare at the clock. One, you lose the clock.
Right.
Tag.
That's a weird word.
Aramaic crown.
It's Aramaic again.
Yeah, tagin, the crowns of the letters.
Yeah. That's what they're called.
Yeah. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Kabbalah, I think it's the highest level of Kabbalah. I mean, there's what's called Tanta, the crown, the vowel, the letter, and the singing. I think the crown is either the highest or second highest. The singing and the crown, those are the top two. So it's either wisdom or bina, understanding. It's one of those. But it's the same thing. In Kabbalah, left and right, wisdom and understanding is superior mentality. So the ishtamish bataga, that makes a lot of sense, actually. See?
Yes, it does.
If you would have just said Torah, what, like the Mishnayos? You know what I mean? You have to know, like, what is Torah? Torah is the supreme intellect of the Torah. If you're perverting that, you will fade away. Or if you're working with that, you're gonna fade away. Come to Rabbi Katz, everybody. I'm gonna teach you the secrets of how to get deep and personal with the Shekhinah. What? What? But unfortunately,
makes use of it. In other words,
that's right.
Like Ham in the boat.
Right. It's only $150. Sign up, everybody. I'm going to teach you how to, bring the Shekhinah into your romantic lives. What?
Yeah, here's some practical Kabbalah.
Yeah, it's you don't do that. You don't. Is your boss bothering you at work, everybody? Well, sign up today for how to get even with your boss by supreme Kabbalah powers of the intellect. That's what the Zohar calls turning the Shekhinah into Lilith. And that is a no-no.
Maybe.
So if you do that, you will have the changing of the guard, which means, don't worry, there's another charlatan coming tomorrow. Don't worry, folks. Or you'll fade away. Right? You'll get your money from the people that don't know any better, and you just will disappear. So, again, let's summarize this. And it's all the same thing now. Look what it is, right? If it's all about you and your name, then that's exactly what will be lost, is your name. We're not saying that you're going to get arrested and go to jail. What we're saying is, come everybody for the Bob show, right? Well, Bob's now retired in the Dominican Republic, counting his rubles, whatever currency they have. But, the big sign and the pizzazz and the this, that's
in other words, a gay parade, that's fine. But when you die, you have no descendants. No one remembers you.
That's it. And then the Vilna says, you come into this world for your name. You're only here to discover what your name means. Because in Gehenna, you have no name. That's where you go and you realize you have no name.
Gehenna is.
That is it. Gehenna is where it's where you're not even called hey you.
So that's why this world is Gehenna also.
But you're here to by the commandment of the Torah to investigate and discover and find your name. And
it
then
is
you find
possible.
And that's it. And then your Gehenna turns into Gan Eden. You leave purgatory. If you're not increasing, repeat again. Which is, this is another way. If you're not increasing, do it again. Meaning, if this isn't classic gear wisdom, I don't know what is. Jason, I failed 500 times. But on the 501st time, I got it. Right? If you're not increasing, repeat it. Try it again. You'll get it.
And learn 101 times.
That's it. I mean, look, I think, if you want to ask me, tell me, Rabbi Katz, the Torah on 1 foot, Udala Mosif Yosef.
Yep.
That's my Torah on 1 foot.
Well, you know what? This is the guy that learned from the two Gerim.
Yeah.
And he boiled it down and set it on 1 foot to a potential Ger.
That's it. In
the famous story.
That's it. Hillel is, ladies and gentlemen, Hillel really is not, you cannot undo Hillel. Whatever way you learn Hillel, this is the wisdom of a name. Here's your soul mazel lesson for the day. You cannot escape you. You cannot escape your reality and your fate. Right? Hillel is called, tell me the Torah on 1 foot. He is incapable of doing anything else. And this is why the whole oral Torah comes from Hillel.
Okay, that's why his name is Hillel. It's halal, right? It's
to praise.
Hallel.
Yeah.
Is it singing? Like hallelujah. Hallel.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Look, Jason, open. I have to step out for a second. Okay.
Okay.
Open your Torah and look in the very last 4 words of the Devarim, and look at the 4 letters. And while I'm gone, just analyze the last 4 words and the last 4 letters, each last letter of each of those 4 words. I'll be right back.
Hillel. Hillel. Mm-hmm. Amen. Hey everybody, I assume this will be edited out, but I kind of wonder if it won't, so I'm just doing an experiment. Can you hear me now? Never mind.
What does it spell, Jason Specht?
Hillel.
There you go. And so, when it says, Ze klal gadol b'Torah, this is the main thing of Torah. That which is hateful to you, to your neighbor, do not do. We accredit that to Hillel, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to type this on the Skype screen. I want you to read it. Ready? Hold on. Hey, what are you doing to me here? Ze klal gadol b'Torah. Right? We say this in the name of, it says, Ze klal gadol b'Torah. This is the entire Torah. And then it goes on to say, that which is hateful to you, right? Read the end letters from left to right.
Oh, from left to right. Hala?
Hillel. Hey, Lamed, Lamed.
Okay. Hey, Lamed, hey.
Well, Zeh. This is Hillel. Klal Gadol
Okay.
B'Torah.
All right, but that's a different Hilo. That's a different Hilo than the last four letters of the
Because
Torah.
the Hillel, the Amora, is spelled with a Yud. Hillel can be spelled with a Yud and
Yes.
sometimes without a Yud.
Okay.
Pretty wild, isn't it?
Yes.
So Hillel cannot escape his mazel. He is. If you were to ask him, Hillel, can I put my left shoe on first or my right shoe on first? I mean, whatever it is, he is going to tell you the whole Torah on one foot every single time.
So that's why we said 12, Mishnah 12. 12 is a big number, and we said you could read this anyway. This is going to be like the seventh thing. Along comes Hillel, and 13 is also a holy number.
That's it.
Ephraim.
He is not capable of doing anything else. He is going to tell you the whole Torah every single time. And you see, it's his mastery of language. Now, because you, Jason, you know the whole Torah too. Otherwise, you wouldn't understand the thing I'm saying. The fact is, you're not able to tell me the whole Torah. And I can't tell you the whole Torah. Hillel knows the right word to use. Udalah Mosif sounds just like Yasef, but it's different. It's poetic. And then when you say Yasef, see, he blew it open right there. You can now darshan the whole Torah from that word Yasef. I mean, it has at least increase, Joseph, repeat. Those three concepts, we'll go run the whole gauntlet of Torah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you say Taga? Why do you say Chalaf? Why do you say Yalif? Why Katala? Yeah, it's insane. He's the guy.
Do you suppose that Avtalion and Shemaiah brought in this Aramaic so thick because they were Gerim from Persia, and because each student learns something from their teacher that their teacher didn't realize they were teaching.
I don't think so, because the book of Daniel is written in Aramaic. So it looks like when they went to Babylon, the Babylonian exile made us very much not Jewish anymore. That's why the letters were instituted and Purim happened. So I think the positive side of that was we really learned that they say the Torah flourished in Babylon. Now we know what that means. Because it was put into Babylonian vessels, which is very good and very bad. We have a month called Tammuz, which is very not good. It's an idolatrous month, yet we still call it that.
It's an idol.
That's right, but we were gaining from it the Aramaic vessels. Here, Negid. What does Negid mean? I don't know. Ready? Listen to this. Governor, ruler. All right, so a Negid Shema, an Obama campaign. He will lose his name. I mean, that's what that is. That's what politics is, right? If you're running for office, that's what he's saying. Governor, ruler, commander, prince, leader, overseer, right? That's what you're saying.
Campaign yourself. Promote yourself. Promote yourself.
Promote yourself. Commander.
Lose your name.
Here, this actually says who aggrandizes his name. It's in the same vein here. It's in my dictionary. It's also a lean animal. Just joking. It is, but that has nothing to do with it.
Okay, so that and the plant and the, what was the other thing?
Yeah, right. No, but look at this, though. Negidut. Governorship, nobility, wealth. Wow. It's just, it's not the kind of word that you see used.
So that's why they translate it as renown.
Yeah, but look what Shemai and Avtalion said. They called it Rabbanut. They called it Rabbanut, and he's calling it Negid. You see, they're both warning you about the same thing, but they're giving you different sides of a perspective, right? So Rabbanut is I'm a lord over you, but Negid is like, now you're showing me like the TV show. You know what I mean?
You're advertising.
Yeah, but he is advertising for me. He's telling me what it really is. Negid Shema. I mean, it's really crystal clear. 341, 391, 401, 405, 408. Doesn't really do anything. Wait, what, 408 I said? Right? 708, 748, 753, 757, 759, 760. Just trying to see if I can find anything. Nothing sticks out. But it's clear. It's really clear. Nagid Shema, Avad Shmei, Udala Mosif Yasef, Udala Kali. Let me just look up Katala. I don't trust it. I want to see if maybe there's another inclination that we're not seeing. He's already surprised us to the moon here, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Katala. I want to make a mention to you. The kuf in the word tala, katala, okay?
Yeah.
At Avtalian's grave, the name of Talian comes from the word tala. So katala is a small one with a kuf in front of it. Now, a lot of times in the Aramaic language, the kuf is a kind of like the word et. It's just kind of thrown in there. Now, I know here it means kill, but we're going to look it up. But at least by exegesis rules, you can say it's katala. The kuf means nothing here. So let's see if it works. If you're not teaching and learning, tala chayav. The small orphans are put to death. And it's true. Why do you have to have mercy on the orphan? Because his nature is to keep falling into the hands of death. So the Torah has mercy on him. And what it's saying is, do you want to be an orphan? Right? If you can't stand for yourself in learning, you are an orphan. And you're going to die. You're going to be passed around to like chattel. Don't be chattel. That's what he's telling you. Stop being chattel. Killing, death penalty, chain or necklace. How do you like that, Jason Specht? It's a chain or a necklace. You are a slave.
Yeah.
You are a slave. You are a slave.
Tala or Kaya? What are you talking about? What's the necklace? Katala.
Yeah.
Okay.
Katala. Right. So, why do you have the death penalty in killing? It's a double entendre here, and it's saying a slave is dead by the the depiction of the media of today. We're not talking Torah slave. Right, we're talking about the guy who really is shackled. I mean, Torah slavery, remember, is not shackles. It's a different story. Here, though, he's saying, you are a slave. You are the shackled guy, chain gang roadside. That's you. That's who you are. If you're not learning and teaching, you are shackled. You're in chains. You're chattel. You're an animal moving along. You're eating grass.
The flip side is...
Wait a minute. Why do I make fun of you and say you're eating grass? Because if you look up the word katal, which is part of the word, ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
It means to cut. If a Gentile says to a Jew, cut grass on the Sabbath and throw it into the cattle, or I shall kill thee, let him cut, that he the Gentile may not kill him, blah, blah, blah. That's you.
Really?
That whole scenario, that's you. You're grass. This is what it's not you. I'm saying if you're not learning Torah, that's you. You're grass that needs mowed down. You're a cow eating. That's you. You see what I'm saying? If you're not learning and teaching Torah, this is what you are. That's your mazel reality.
Ox. Sure.
That's it. You're an ox eating grass. It's sad, but King David says it
brings even more things to my head, like from Parsha Bela, because that's what he used.
King David says it in Psalms very clearly, right? He'll say "Hey, I'm sitting in front of this guy. He wants to kill me, and he brays like a donkey." King David says your mazel acts out your reality. So if you're a donkey in spiritual terms, you'll start scratching your head. You'll start making, you'll laugh real obnoxiously, like, And like King David's like, that's not funny. You're a donkey. Now you told me you're a donkey. So what King David says is now that I know you're a donkey, I know you're a Russia, because a tzaddik is not a donkey. So that means you're an ass. You're gonna try to kick me or bite me. You know what I'm saying? So we act out the animal soul, devoid of your godly soul, because by your own decisions in life, you're gonna act like an animal. And I now
amazing.
Yeah. I now have to be on the guard against you because you might try these things.
I totally recognize what you're saying. I mean, you meet people, you can recognize that they learned from animals.
That's it.
I mean, they sat in a field and watched animals. That was their job. And they became an animal. Then there's people like David who sat in a field and watched animals his entire life and became a man.
That's it. So let's look at the word chayiv. Maybe there's a surprise here. Chayiv is debtor, bound, guilty of the wicked government. Yeah. Wow, Jason Specht. No, we're not gonna kill you. We're not gonna kill you. You are bound to the wicked government. If you're not learning and teaching, you are a slave. What it means, obligated to die. No, it means like you're connected and obligated to the wickedness of the government.
Okay, because how could chayiv be death anyway?
No, chayiv usually means... No, right, Katala's death, and chayiv is obligated. You're obligated to die. But that's called vulgar learning.
Okay, you're owned.
Right? A goy that keeps Shabbos... A goy that keeps Shabbos is chayiv misa. He's obligated to die. That's just jargon. That's yeshivish jargon. The real meaning here is you are a slave, Katala, but you're not just a slave. You're Katala chayiv. Right? You are a slave to the wicked regime. You are a government sap.
So this is all actually talking about a politician.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Religion and politics.
That's what I'm saying. So now that we know that, ishtamish betaga chalaf. Right? Let's look at the word ishtamish. I probably don't know what that means either. Right? Rabbi Katz is back in kindergarten today, folks. Tashmish, right? That's why it really pays to stop thinking you know anything, because you don't.
Yeah, they translate it as person, but that's just the ish.
That's it. You don't know anything. The connotation, the connotation and context changes in every single statement of Torah. There's no such thing as a law, right? Everybody uses it how they use it, right? The big picture doesn't change. Right? It's not going to say, oh, here it means you're a tzaddik. No. But the fine, subtle details, you need to look it up every time. Because here, ishtamish is in conjunction with taga. I don't know what it means to pervert the crown. Is it the same as perverting my friend? Perverting God? Perverting the Torah? These are all different. Right? If I say I made fun of Jason and I made fun of Reuven, big difference, isn't it? Big difference. Here we go.
I don't know if it's much of a difference.
One is I'm jesting with my kid and playing around with him. The other one is I'm insulting my friend. Big difference. Tashmish. Handling, use, utensil, used by force. Implement. Marital connection, copulation, handling.
It's a rapist.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's a rapist, 100%.
A rapist who rapes the crown.
Yeah.
And what do we say, taga? That's like the highest.
Yeah. Let's assume that we don't know what taga means also. I know we looked it up once, but now we're looking up in the Aramaic.
It's higher than the letters.
Yeah, exactly. The crown, crownlet on the letters. Right, it's the highest aspect of the letters. And think about that. It's like the godliness of the letters. You see what I'm saying? The real godliness.
Okay, how do we bring that to earth?
Uh,
Or is he using this as if you rape anything in the Holy Torah, it's as though you were raping the highest godliness of it,
that's
and you
yeah. Hold on one second though.
and you would disappear, or is it actually being more specific as to what that rape?
Hold on. We're gonna look. We're gonna look. Let's get out Esther. Esther 2:17. Okay. Esther 2:17. Let me get my Aramaic.
Really? Where did you pull that from?
What's that?
Oh, from etymological dictionary. Ruth what?
Esther.
2:17. Oh,
So.
Esther.
Is that what I said? 2:17.
I think so. Where's Esther from Ruth? There it is. Esther. Got it? There's a lot of concubines in here.
Wait. Yeah, 2:17. Okay.
The king loved Esther.
Hold on. Ah, wrong
More.
book. What am I doing? Hold on. I was this.
Let's see. What are we looking at? Targeting?
Where did I put it? Where I always lose this one.
Oh, Tisha.
Hold on. I'm not with you.
Oh my word, poor Esther. She would be.
Wait a
What
minute.
it's really.
Oi!
It says she was raped more than all the other.
Oh, good lord. Hold on. Mazel moment.
This is terrible.
Alright, hold on. I'll take my headphones off. I gotta find the book. One second.
All right. And they translate that as love. I wonder if she was so frail. Secret experiment again. Testing. For editing.
Okay. 2:17.
This is sad, man.
What?
Sad.
What happened?
Well, if it means rape.
Read the verse. 2:17. Go ahead.
The king, quote, loved. But it's...
Wait, hold on. Okay, the king loved Esther. Go ahead. From all the women.
Okay.
And he found Cain.
Okay, maybe I saw it wrong.
And placed before him from all the maidens, and placed a crown of kingdom on her head, and she ruled under Vashti.
Okay. So we're cool with Esther. She wasn't raped.
Uracham
We're talking about the crown.
Hold on. Uracham Malka Esther Mikol Nashia Dahavu Mit Nasvan It Anas Rachmin Vitivu Kadmo Mikol Basulai Vishave Minicha Dahava Oresha Utared Min Kiton Beit Demache Yat Ik Onin Devashti Vaokim Taman Yat Ikonin the Esther Otev Yata Al Kruse Tinyan V'Amelech Yata Kale. Alright, this is not good. It's not there. What's he talking about? Am I the wrong verb? No, it's right. I mean, the word crown is there, but I didn't see Taga.
It's gonna be in Aramaic.
I know, but I'm looking there, and
This Targum Yonasan du Esther.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at. And for some reason, let's see here. What am I doing wrong? Hold on. Oh, here. Hold on. Something's not right. In terms of what the dictionary said to do. One second. It's hard to get us to make sense. We're not finding our location of the dictionary. Hold on. Taga. Okay. Crown. Targum. 2. Targum 2! Jason, why didn't you tell me?
I'm sorry. I was trying to make a fool of you.
There's 2 translations to Esther. Hold on.
Really, there is?
Yeah, no, most people don't.
2 Targums?
Yeah.
2 Aramaic Targums?
Yeah,
Why?
I'll tell you what, people that don't read it, I've read a little bit of it, it's hard, it's all Aramaic. There's a lot of stuff here.
Is Jonathan?
I think so. But it's just like this other translation that people don't...
How do you make 2 different transliterations?
No, it's not a transliteration, that's the point.
So the first Targum, a Targum is a transliteration.
No, it's not. That's the secret. No, it's not. Translation.
It's a translation?
No. Translation literally means with commentary. People don't know that. Every time you say translation, you have to assume it also means filtered through commentary.
Yeah, but that's why I use the word transliteration.
I found it. You know that I had a bookmark on the page already? So exactly where we're at?
Wow.
Yeah. Right, transliteration is what?
In English, it's come to be something that is translation with a commentary.
Transliteration is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's a transliteration.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Translation is what you get when you just...
Right. So for all those Art Scroll followers out there, it's not a translation. It's a transliteration. Wow, this is nuts, man. I had the actual page marked already. That's pretty crazy.
Were you looking at that today?
No, this started like 6 months ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Full circle.
Yeah, man.
Full circle under the Star of Bethlehem.
Yeah, right. So in that hour, the king Achashverosh sent for the 7 maidens, Omishamshe Dekada Malka. Wow.
7 maidens.
To basically be raped in front of the king.
Unbelievable.
Omisham Shemai Dekada Malka. It might not mean penetration rape, but let's just say things were not
same thing.
Yeah. Lahavi Metiv Va'amar Lon Zilu Ve'imrula Vashti Mochosa Kumi Min Kurse Mochusech Shluche Artlaya. There's that word again, Artalia. The arousal of the small one. Urami Taga Bereshach. And to lift up the crown on her head, V'chasa the Dahava Biyad Yiminach, that the
that was Taga, the crown on Esther's head?
I think so. Of gold in the hand of your right, V'chasa da Dahava Biyad, and like the gold. I'm just paraphrasing here. Like in the gold in the left hand. The ole lekadme the mea asrin shva malkin katre tage de chuzun yasik the an shapira. Basically, yeah, and like the 7 queens were. I gotta look at this word katre, the crown, yechzun, the an. I mean, this is why it's hard. You have to look up like every word.
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very hard. This is what there's so many secrets in here. My personal opinion is everybody on the planet has no idea what Purim is, because this is not taught, it's not translated, it's not learned. And
if there's two Targums, then nobody knows. No way.
That's it. And I'm telling you, I'm looking at the words here. There's no such thing as Purim. And there's no such thing as the Megillas Esther without learning this. I mean, basically, you're not getting the full gist of what's going on. I mean, I'm looking right now. It's just there's some things going on here. I mean, look, Jerusalem is mentioned here. Your distance.
Really?
Yeah.
In the Targum?
Yeah, it says that you're distanced from Jerusalem.
What's it say about Mordecai in the gate?
Pakdane de Malka Achashverosh, and it was like the redemption of the king Achashverosh that he sent in the hand of his ministers. Some say that it was in the hand of Daniel. Why do they call his name Memuchan? I mean, there's all kinds of things going on here.
Yeah.
Wow, there is a lot of things here, folks. A lot of things. Wow, I wish I had about 5 years to donate to just translate this.
And plus, this is the book of Amalek. I mean, you can think of it that way.
Well, look, here he's talking about there's demons that are flying around. I mean, all kind of stuff.
If you want to know about Amalek, you have to read apparently 2 Targums of Esther.
What do you call that? What do you call that? Double concealed? 2 concealments?
Yeah, double concealment.
This is a double concealment going on. Mark my words, this is a double concealment. I mean, I'm just seeing how powerful the words are. Really, really, really powerful. And I see Jerusalem is all over this thing.
What? It's not in the book.
I know it. There's all kinds of talk about kings and...
So this book is Song of Songs also for the Gerim. Actually, Song of Songs is too.
It is, because we learned a lot of the mitzvahs in this book about Gerim. It's in the original text of the Megillah. But man, there is some stuff here, guys. There's another Jerusalem. Asher Mordechai and Esther, they were from Jerusalem. And the Galus, the Galta, Im Yachana, Malka, Shivta, the base, the temple, Tinyanus, Fatuv Agleyat, and then Nebuchadnezzar came from Babylon, destroyed it, and the land, they Galus them, with many miracles and might. All kinds of stuff.
It's again this Benjamin story.
Yeah.
Yosef.
Right.
And Benjamin.
Yeah, and Daniel's all in here. All in here. Here's the crown again. Hold on, here it is again. Hold on. Uyahev orachmi malka yas Esther miklum onashe ve'it agmalta china ve'chizda kadmoi mikulahun betulata v'yayev taga the malka beresha ve'yamlich yatav chalaf Vashti. Vashti faded away, and Esther was given the crown of kingdom, and it was on her head.
And it's Taga? And it's Chela?
Taga.
But Vashti Chalaf.
Vashti Chalaf.
Okay.
So here, yeah. So basically, let's stop right there. I think we've seen enough. Look at this. You have enough to stop right there. This Mishnah is Purim.
Yeah.
It is entirely Purim. Let's
Wait,
try it
that's
again.
why the Aramaic, too.
Right. Nagid Shema Avad Shmei. If you seek renown...
Dude, his teachers were Persians.
Hold on. If you're seeking renown... I mean, Haman was going for renown. He lost his renown.
Yeah.
If you're not...
and in the government.
If you're
He was
not adding, then you...
repeat.
If you're not adding, then you have to repeat or you will lose it.
Is Yosef also a word in Aramaic?
Let's look. I think it means a fungal plant of the ancient paleo world.
One that causes you to remember your Torah learning, but you're not allowed to use.
No, that's only when the Jubilee's enacted. Now we don't do that.
Right.
It's interesting. So here it is to add or to increase. All right, do it again.
In Aramaic.
Yeah, to be added. Right, it's like continually growing. Heap up.
Almost start over.
Well, it also means to heap up, to add, like stockpile. Stockpile.
Okay.
So therefore, udalo, mosif. Basically, it's like this. If you seek your name, you'll lose your name, and if you're not adding a stockpile, that's it's a qualification on avad of what you'll lose. So here it is. If you go after your name, you're going to lose your name, and you know what else you'll lose, Jason? If you're not adding, if you're not stockpiling, ... you're also losing. So there's many levels of understanding here.
Wow.
I mean, this is like a wisdom puzzle of just rabbit trails that are all wisdom. So if it's Haman campaigning, and if you're not stockpiling, basically Haman got arrogant, right? And he was
stockpiling, though. Wasn't he stockpiling like crazy?
Haman?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't stockpiling Torah, but...
That's the point, is he was not stockpiling Torah. Stockpiling Torah.
Yeah, he was planning to destroy the stockpile, which was Israel.
Right. And if you're not learning in all these things, we're saying you're a slave to the king. You're not really the second to the king. You're the slave to the king. That's what he was. And if you ishtamish bataga, if you mess with the crown, you'll fade away. That's what happened to Haman. He
you know what else?
Wait. He got in trouble because he fell on the couch, and she said, "What are you doing?"
Right.
He wanted
not
to
only that. Not only that, but also Ahasuerus lost the crown to Esther. He was doing whatever he wanted with her, but he even lost the power. She said, "These are my people, save them," and he had no power over her.
I had an idea last week. We know that the tradition changed when Ezra came onto the land.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, it's like a case of who done it. And we know that Mordecai was behind the whole new religion of Judaism. Okay? We know that. And he was from Benjamin. And then I realized that Mordecai would have got the insight, much like what Paul had with Christianity, just a new outfit of Judaism. Because everything changed from the first temple to the second temple.
Yeah. And
the question is, what was Mordecai's inspiration that Paul basically copied in the backside? Right? Edom got outfitted with a perfect religion to cover their political needs, military needs, right? Yeshu was just a plant to make that sales pitch. So what did Mordecai really, how did he see it? How did he see that Judaism could be outfitted with a religious angle? And I realized that it was Esther. So now I thought, what is it that Mordecai really saw in Esther so much that you can say this? Here's the answer. He saw the whole divine providence story. Haman, the crown, it's the vessels of Hillel. Nagid, Shema, Avad, Mosif, Yosef. Here's where you have the tradition of Mashiach ben Yosef that dies, right, fading away, the Russia and the Tzaddik, Mordechai, it's all here.
It's all in a frail girl.
Hillel is telling you the entire religion that came from Babylon, Aramaic text. The whole Torah 1 foot. If you want to know who done it, we know it came from Ezra, Mordecai, and Esther. We know that. But it's such a powerful concept, how would you ever realize it? So when you go in the Aramaic translation, which was fresh at that time, because the Aramaic institution, Hillel, the Torah on one foot, the scion from the house of David, and Benjamin put together, mind you. He's from Benjamin and Yehuda. That's where that comes from. Hillel's the guy to reveal to you the whole Torah on one foot. Which Torah? The Torah that came out of Babylon, the tradition of Ezra, Mordecai, and Esther.
Wow. That's wonderful.
So we had Shemaiah and Avtalion telling us the tradition. Hillel is going to say, he's going to wrap it up and say, oh, you mean like Aaron? Okay. But here's how Jewish religion takes that. Now we left the Gerim. No more Gerim. If you're gonna be a Ger, it's called a convert. Where the temple's on its way down. Things are gonna change. We're now going into exile of Rome very soon. The Hanukkah revolution is over. It's Beis Shammai, Beis Hillel. The rabbinic tradition starts. Here we go. Let's end on that note, because I think that's the whole story.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, this is some heavy stuff. You just saw, coming from Sinai, all the way, basically to Yeshu. Why Yeshu? You're looking at just, end of the Second Temple, right? New religion, rebels, righteous, wicked, government, Rome, Greece, Cohen, right? That cholent of the just Yeshu time period, irrelevant if he really was a person or not, that's where we're at with Hillel. Hillel is the introduction to the new religious world. And he's going to tell you where we're going, and he's going to size up everything that was, and if you look into his words, you can see the whole tradition in just a couple of words. He'll tell you the whole Torah on one foot.
I would also say, let's go back to 12, because we were supposed to do that.
Yeah.
And it says love people, but the word is briot. In Pirkei Avot, I've never seen briot not talking about a ger.
That's right. It's the creation.
So
and the creation.
2,000 years ago, whatever happened, and it was a wonderful motivation, and it was all based in Hillel.
Yeah.
And what you just went through in Mishnah 13 is what we've been waiting for that 2,000 years ago. I mean, you bridged the gap between that previous statement, Hillel on one foot, to a non-Jew, and then this Mishnah 13, which is like the secret that jumps us ahead to now. Hopefully now, B'ezrat Hashem, this is a redemption that works.
I want to see what Shammai is going to say.
Right, they act like they totally conflict, but I'm sure they don't.
Right, and Hillel's telling you he's just telling you everything. He summarized the entire tradition that came before him, all the previous 12 Mishnayos. It's all there, 100%. Right? How to judge yourself and live. Aaron is basically how to become Pinchas Eliyahu. I want to make that statement here. Mishnah 12 is how to become Pinchas Eliyahu. How to become Mashiach that lives, right?
Student of Aaron.
Well, yeah, it's Eliyahu. Mm-hmm. And so Hillel's now saying, with the revelation of Eliyahu, now Elijah, who tells the Torah in the end of days, as is told, based on Malachi. Right. By the way, the Talmud says that Malachi was Mordecai. And with prophecies. Yeah. So now, and Malachi is the language of Michael, same letters. Now, Hillel would be saying basically how to
recognize the crown and not abuse it.
How to find Eliyahu in this world. Now that we reached Eliyahu, we found Eliyahu, we found out how to beat death on every level.
Now we're not going to abuse the Shekhinah, we're going to actually engage properly.
How to live with life. And by definition, those rabbis that came before, they were not in reality. Meaning, they were in the real reality. They had rejected this world until now. With Hillel is now in the real world, which is the fake world. He's going to tell you how to remain real in the fake world.
Okay.
You see how it's a total flip? Moses, Joshua, all those guys were not in what we call reality. They were in the real reality. They were with the Shekhinah. Ruach HaKodesh. Yeah. Now Hillel is going to say the temple's coming down, prophecy is going to go away, we're going to go into Christianity and all the exiled lands. You're going to be in such a fake world, it's going to blow your mind. And
That's why they say the temple comes from heaven also. That's that whole real world, fake world switcheroo.
Yeah, exactly. Right. He's going to say, let me tell you when the fake world started. It started in Babylon. It started with Esther and Mordecai.
Exile. Started with exile.
That's it. And so our Judaism is a hybrid of that now. It's real world, fake world mentality. The Jews never were in the world. They were in a real world when the world was fake. And we introduced the real world to the world, and Babylon took back possession of the fake world. So Judaism became a double existence, a double concealment. It's the real world, fake world hybrid. That's why you have the Agadata came out now, legends, parables, right? It's a very mythological world. We live in a myth. The Goy is the enemy with one eye hanging out, right? It's a myth. But it's real and it's not real at the same time, right? Because we live in a myth-real world.
It's midrash. It's real.
But people take it as ultra-real.
People have lost how to articulate what that means.
Exactly. So Hillel is your door into going back into the real world and engaging the fake world that is called the real world. So with Hillel's kalim, vessels, you can speak to real people in a fake world from you and your real world, real person point of view.
So that's why Hashem's name is never mentioned in Esther. That's a picture of the fake world.
Right. So basically, if you're real, don't go into the fake world looking for your name, because it doesn't exist there.
Right.
And guess what? If you fail, and you're going to fail, because the fake world doesn't know what you're talking about, do it again. And if you're basically not learning, you're going to die, because that fake world, the only survival is by breaking your head over Torah. And if you think, now that you broke your head over Torah, and you're going to basically...
abuse it for your own gain?
Well, abuse the fake world. Right? You're not real, so I can rape you, no problem. Who are you? You're just some kind of dog. Right. You're not, but you know what? Your punishment in the world to come, that's not what we're talking about here. Even the fake world, they will get tired of you. So even if you're a master manipulator, it's not worth it, because even that does not gain traction in the fake world. So your own, and obviously all the more so you're going to get what you have coming to you. Therefore, the only answer is to be emes in your real world and emes in the fake world that's called the real world. Then you'll understand the analogies and the metaphor and the fantasy and the myth. And the temple comes from heaven like a fantasy of Cinderella. Right? It does come from Shemayim. Just not like the mythology wants to tell you what that means. Right. So Hillel is how you straddle all existence, which is basically the definition of an Elijah that lives, a Mashiach ben Yosef that lives. It's the old school roll up your sleeves. You're going to fail, do it again. Hard work. I mean, the fractal never changes. It's hard work and wisdom. It never changes. But the fake world doesn't acknowledge you rolling your sleeves up. They'll call it was a miracle. You know it wasn't a miracle. It's Batman versus Superman. Batman's just a guy. He works hard and studies. Superman is the myth we want. So the real warrior Talmud Chacham, he is as human as you, but he's real, and he is going to come into your world that's fake, and you're going to want to say he's fake, but his job is to show you that it's real. Morpheus and Neo in the Matrix.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah. With that, Jason Speck, you have a real day ahead of you.
Yep.
Doing adjustments on people's backs. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's what I understand.
And
Adjustments in the whole world.
that's it. And I think we adjusted Hillel quite well. And we can't do it
Man.
without your wisdom.
Oh, come on. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. So I'm not gonna edit this. I know we had a lot of pauses but I stepped on Ari's toes yesterday because we had a misfire. I paused for a while. I don't know. Whatever it was, and then he stepped in. But I said, "Did you edit that out?" He said, "No. I want people to see that it's real conversation."
It's good to see that you're a real human being.
Yeah. So I'm not going to edit this. I know I stepped out for a second, and
all right. Well, I shouldn't have said all the things I said during your absence.
So I'll leave everything here, and guys, follow along. I hope you enjoyed it. It's the Jason and Rabbi Katz Real Hour, a Real Hour Plus. So go to bed. Talk to you soon. It's awesome.
Right.
This was been number, what is this, 12?
Yep. 13.
No, the class number 12. Yeah, because now as Jewish wisdom goes, we are now officially off. It's going to always be, always going to be, yeah.
We're one behind?
That's
Why
it.
shouldn't we be ahead?
That's it. It's always going to be this way. So, all right, Lila Tov. I'll talk to you when you wake up.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Bye. See you.